Hi, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Murray, and welcome to 292 Baby. Today we're going to be talking about something that's critically important for you and your children to hear. However, the topic is best if it comes from you. This is a sensitive topic, so if you have kids in the room, I'm going to ask you to pause or have them come out of the room. All right, you ready? Today my guest is Mary Whittier, the Executive Director of the Bivona Child Advocacy Center. We're going to be talking about how the center works in our community to help keep kids safe. Welcome, Mary.
Thanks for having me, Elizabeth.
Welcome back. I know you were a guest many years ago.
And 12, to be exact.
All right. Tell us about what's going on in our community since then. We think of Pittsford's got to be safe, inner city Rochester's got to be dangerous, but when it comes to child physical or sexual abuse, that's just not true. We know that everywhere is a problem.
It is, and the issue of child sexual abuse, if we look at national numbers, 1 in 10 children by the time they turn 18 will suffer some form of sexual abuse, yet less than 1 in 10 will ever tell. And every day in our country, almost 5 children die from abuse and neglect. So Bivona Child Advocacy Center, which has been around for a little bit more than 10 years, really the mission is to provide comprehensive services to kids that have been sexually or physically abused and bring kids into a non-traumatizing setting, to a warm, welcoming, safe environment that's very child-friendly, and not have a child have to repeat their story of victimization over and over and over again. Kids are not being brought to the police station or the emergency department or social services. They can come to Bivona and get all of their investigation, evaluation, and treatment services in one very child-friendly place. So it is miles ahead of where we used to be many, many years ago.
Yeah, now, full disclosure, I work there as a physician in the REACH program, which is the medical component of it. So I think that back the first time I walked in there, I was struck with how small everything is, that this is really for kids.
Yes.
And you're right, it's a fun place. You walk in, there's places for the kids to play, and then we have what looks like regular doctor's office. We have counseling offices. There's all those things there. So who are the kids that are coming?
So in about a little over 10 years that we've been around, more than 12,000 children have been evaluated at Bivona.
12,000.
42% are under the age of 7, 35% are boys, and almost 40% of the kids come from the suburbs. So Elizabeth, when you say, whether it's the inner city or in Pittsford, child sex abuse happens everywhere. Sometimes I say they just hide it better in Pittsford. And what that means is, number one, we need to be aware. We cannot put blinders onto this issue. We as parents need to know that this problem exists. We need to be able to talk openly about it. We need to talk to our children about it in a very non-threatening and not in a scary way. But the reality is that this is around us. And if almost 5 kids were dying every day from H1N1 or Ebola, we'd have a very different reaction nationally and locally. But we are doing great things in our community. The partnership, as you know very well, of professionals that work at Bivona, law enforcement, child protective, medical, mental health advocates, all really surround that child with great support services. Again, the investigation, the evaluation, the treatment, and really elements of prevention. So the notion of, well, geez, the kids at Bivona are only from one section of the community or another is absolutely false.
So it's not just the scary guy in the van, right?
It's mostly not the scary guy in the van, Elizabeth. 90%, and I want parents to hear this, 90% of children that are sexually abused by someone that they know, love, and trust. That's mom, dad, grandma, the soccer coach, the person at church, the next door neighbor, the babysitter, the older cousin. This is not the man in the trench coat jumping out of the trees.
So the key points in the last minute would be how to keep your kids safe. What are we talking to the kids about?
I think we're talking to the kids about identifying their body parts, using the correct names for their body parts. Let's use the word penis, vagina, breast, butt. Let's not use coochie cat and pocketbook and purse and monkey. So, and listen to your children. Listen to your children.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Mary Whittier from Bivona Child Advocacy Center. Thanks for joining us on 292 Baby.